We're flying! Whee! Toothless, watch out, you're gonna run into that guy! Ah! Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, Cool Robert here, doing a movie review on, wait for it, How to Train Your Dragon. So, How to Train Your Dragon is a movie that came out in 2010. I went and watched this movie because, well, I like dragons. Dragons are cool. Oh, and also I have a special guest with me. Who better to do a dragon movie with me than a dragon himself? Spyro, ladies and gentlemen! I bet he's laughing all the way down the village with that one. So the movie begins at an island called Berk, where Vikings live. And these Vikings, they deal with pests known as dragons. And so there's this kid called Hiccup, and, surprise, his father is the chief of the island, Berk. Stoic the Vast. So Stoic has all of his fellow Vikings fight off every dragon. Oh my gosh, I thought I broke something for a second there. So in the movie, there are different types of dragons. The Deadly Nadder, Grunkle, Hideous Zippleback, and Monstrous Nightmare, which can set itself on fire. That's crazy. But there's one dragon that's rarer than all the others, the Night Fury. That can't be seen because it goes so fast in the sky. But Hiccup uses this special gadget to shoot down the Night Fury, and it crashes in the woods, where he discovers it all tied up. But he didn't have the courage to kill this creature, so he releases it. And so he begins dragon training with other Viking kids. And there's one girl he has a crush on, Astrid. And the other guys are Fishlegs, the twins Roughnut and Toughnut, and Snotlout, who thinks he's better than everyone else. But he really isn't. But Snotlout ain't that tough. I bet I could kick his out of here. So he goes back to the place where he shot down the Night Fury, and then he sees it's hiding out in this cove. He discovers it can't fly out of there because a part of its tail wing is missing. So he decides to build a custom tail wing for this Night Fury, which he names Toothless because it can retract its teeth, almost similar to a shark. And so he tests out different types of gadgets so the tail wing can make him fly in the sky. And after all that stuff, he learns different stuff about dragons. Like Dragon Nip. He also discovers that dragons get knocked out when you scratch them on a certain spot under their chin. And just like a kitty cat, dragons are attracted to shiny stuff. So Astrid decides to follow Hiccup to the cove, where she discovers Toothless, and discovers Hiccup has been training a dragon. She was about to tell everyone else in the village until Hiccup and Toothless dragged her in the sky and up on a tree so they could convince her that dragons aren't all that bad. And this seems pretty funny. So Toothless just flies crazy in the sky. He just goes all crazy in the sky there. I bet I could fly just as crazy as that. But then he just chills out and just flies all calm in the sky until he hears something that caught his attention. Wait, what was that sound? That's when they discover the Dragon's Nest, the home of all the dragons. And each one of these dragons is carrying food. Fish, large animals, anything, and they throw them all in this pit where they discover a gigantic dragon called the Red Death lives in. And after their shocking encounter with the Red Death, they decide to keep it a secret until they can figure out how to explain stuff. And so it's Hiccup's final day of training against a monstrous nightmare the dragon that sets itself on fire. But instead of using his dagger to kill it, he just throws down all of his weapons and Viking helmet so he could show everyone that dragons are not a threat and tries to tame the fearsome nightmare. But his father, Stoic, obviously doesn't approve. So he captures Toothless here and decides to use him to go to the nest to terminate the dragons. And that turned out to be a bad idea when he awakens the Red Death from its prison. So it's up to Hiccup and all those other Viking kids riding other dragons to fight the Red Death and defeat it. And after the Red Death's defeat, Hiccup gets a pig leg, and now everyone on Berk rides a dragon of their own. And it's a pretty happy ending. You guys should totally check out this movie. It's 100% awesome. It's alright, it's 100% awesome! Don't do that, Spyro! So characterization in this movie is pretty good by all the voice actors who did their characters. The effects in this movie are pretty good, like the monstrous nightmare's sticky, gooey fire. So, ladies and gentlemen, me and Spyro here, we give How to Train Your Dragon a 10 out of 10. That's right.